lions in the pack, never got slack, pushing for greatness.
Welcome to the SAGU Sports Network. You are in store for another doubleheader here this week. A quick turnaround for the men and women SAGU teams as they get set to face off against Langston here in the Schaefer Center on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University in Waxahachie, Texas. I'm Adam Ferguson, joined by my broadcast partner, as always, John Cookman. John, how are we doing this afternoon?
We are doing great, Adam. It's so good to be alive, and we're a blessed people here on a beautiful day in Waxahachie, Texas.
We are going to go down to our courtside reporter, Riker Russell, who's with head coach Tiffany Phillips. Riker, down to you.
Thanks, Adam. Coach Phillips, great win over Central Christian Thursday evening. What was working for you in that game that you need to bring into tonight's game?
Well, obviously we moved the ball really well on offense. I think we had a lot of assists. We shared it. We got the right people, the right shots. And I just think that really worked for us offensively. And then we started out really well defensively, too. I think we gave up like 28 in the fourth quarter. But that's with some subs in, and we've got to get better there. But offensively and defensively, it just seemed to be clicking for us.
Langston's Akeisha Alexander is leading in just about every category and averaging 20 points a game. How do you stop such a key player?
Well, yeah, she's obviously a really great player. 20 points a game, yeah. We're going to put Casher on her, and I think right now she's our best defender. I think she's our best chance, and she seems really focused. She's one of those unselfish players. If you tell her just defend, she's just going to defend, and I really like that about her. She's just a dog. She's got a little fight in her.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck today. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Coach Phillips. There you have it, John. We're in store for a good one today between two similar teams in terms of Student Athletic Conference standings.
Well, not only similar, they're identical in the conference. And Langston coming in with just a bit of a worse record overall. And this SAGU team and Langston fighting for that 7th, 8th spot. SAGU gets a win tonight. They will move up to the 7th spot as clear-cut only in the 7th place, while Langston would move to the 8th place spot. But that is good enough to make the tournament for the conference finals, at least. But I know that SAGU will not end the season here. They're going to be on the rise. And one thing special about today's game is it's the end of the first round of conference play. So now they got to just rinse and repeat. So starting next week, they will go into the second half of conference play.
Well, the players are lined up, and we're going to get ready for the pregame festivities. We're going to go down live for the opening prayer, national anthem, and then the announcement of the starting lineups. Don't go anywhere. Game one of our doubleheader right here on the SAGU Sports Network.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and rockets rang out the birds singing out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now the starting lineups for the Lions of Langston. At forward, junior number 2, Talia Edwards. At forward, junior number 3, Ashika Alexander. At guard, sophomore number 5, Grace Williams. At forward, junior number 23, Jalen Lawson. And at forward, junior number 30, Alexander Baker. Head coach for the Lions is Elaine Powell. And now the starting lineups for your Lady Lions. At guard, sophomore number 12, Tamara Duro. At forward, junior number 14, Alexis Kasher. At guard, senior number 20, Lexi Rich. At forward, junior number 21, Philly Green. And at guard, junior number 23, Sydney Metter. Head coach for the SAGU Lions is Tiffany Phillips. Assistant coach is Eric Wood, and graduate assistant is Donnie Dibbles.
There you have it, the starting lineups for these Langston Lions and the SAGU Lady Lions. It's gonna be, we got to be careful today, John, with the Lions references, because it's the Lions versus the Lions, and historically, this Langston SAGU, it's a rivalry between these two campuses.
We're going to have to call school names and colors. The orange and the white. Langston coming in with their famous orange and black. Man, that's a pretty color. I love the way that looks.
And it's Halloween all the time.
I don't know. Orange is just like one of my favorite colors. And you can make it work with a lot of other colors as well. But the home whites with a little bit of purple adorned on the uniform are your SAGU Lady Lions. Looks like it'll be Edwards and Green tipping off.
Players to watch out for the Langston Lions, number 3, Ashika Alexander, over 20 points a game, leads the Langston Lions in pretty much every statistical category that is possible. She leads the team in. The tip is won by the Lady Lions from SAGU, and they end up losing it, but they get it back.
Also, Alexander leads the conference. Speaking of,
there's a fast break for Edwards, right-handed up and in by Talia Edwards off the turnover.
But Alexander leads the conference in scoring at 20.75 points per game at a 44.5% rate of shooting.
It's not bad, as she's putting together a very, very good season, is Ashika Alexander. Foul against Langston. First foul of the game coming in within the first 30 seconds. And it's going to go against Grace Williams. There is Lexi Rich coming off a huge game against Central Christian. And she gets it stripped away up ahead. Runner off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for by Philly Green for a second, but ultimately chased down by Alexander Baker. Corner 3 on the way. That one is good, and Langston is out to a 5-0 lead off the hands of Grace Williams.
That was a beautiful shot from the side. They picked it up on a loose ball, and that's the way you make great on second effort. And that's going to be the difference, I think, for Langston. If they can make really good decisions and convert on second chance tries, they have a real shot at winning here in the Schaefer Center.
Metter with a tough drive on Jalen Lawson is able to go off the glass to get the first points for SAGU. And here comes Langston. Directing traffic is Jalen Lawson. Philly Green with the block. It's tough to get a shot over Philly Green.
She has just been an absolute beast in the best sense of the word in the paint for SAGU's defense this year. What a great asset that Coach Phillips has gotten out of Philly Green.
Castro chases down a loose ball. Here's Lexi Rich. She drives. Floater is good. Lexi Rich getting her first points of the night. a whistle as we get a foul on Lexi Rich.
No real need for that. There wasn't an intense type of defense called for, and maybe Lexi sensing she's going to try to create and make something happen. But go ahead and relax, get into your game, and play straight defense on that side, on your side of the court.
Nice pass there by Alexander. A little no-look pass leads to a open mid-range jumper, and it's buried. Barreau gets tripped as SAGU tries to beat this full-court trap that Langston is running. And when you're as athletic as a team as Langston is, this full-court trap can work very well for you.
Yep. And I'm not so sure I agree with you'll see that not called as many times as you see it called. I don't know that I agree with the philosophy there, just because she fell down, that you got to call the foul on a trip. It wasn't an intentional trip, and she was there before DeRoe was. So, interesting call by the referee.
Checking in for the first time for Langston is Victoria Vickers, wearing number 1. Under 10 to shoot here for SAGU.
Yeah.
And we have a whistle.
And you'll see this clearly as she cuts through. She'll come through on it. She's going to drive, and then boom.
Yep.
Alabama gets in her way, and she has to make that adjustment, but doesn't want to lose her dribble. It calls her to carry.
Langston up 7-4 off the SAGU turnover. Here's Vickers. She kicks to the corner. No good. Rebound by DeRoe. And SAGU up ahead, not hurt by the turnover. DeRoe, good move, gets to the basket, floater, up and in. Tamara DeRoe.
DeRoe has really turned it on offensively as of late. The last 5 or 6 games, she's really found the rhythm to score. And her confidence just compels her to shoot a high percentage as well. So I like the upward move that DeRoe is showing for her team.
Turnover by Langston, and SAGU has got the ball back here, now down 7-6 with 4 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Rich finds Kasher. Kasher drives, layup, up and in. Alexis Kasher.
She is so strong, fearless, just does everything that Coach Phillips asked her to do.
There we see a missed layup by Alexander. Here is Kasher. Gets it out to Metter. Drives baseline. Layup, no good. Kasher, tough board, just comes down with it. Metter gets a second chance. This time misses the floater again. There you see Alexis Kasher fighting for those rebounds.
That's a good move. Good, strong move to the bucket. Also, great defense not to actually foul there, but cause a deterrent, and it was enough to create an easy shot, a miss for an easy shot.
Here's DeRoe. Gets cut off by Alexander, but is fouled. And that is going to be Ashika Alexander's first foul of the afternoon.
Alexander is quick.
You saw how she cut off that path.
She really did.
That DeRoe was looking to get to.
And when you do that against DeRoe, you've done something.
Kiara Glenn checks in for the first time for the Lady Lions. Here's Lexi. Ooh, good pass from Kasher down low to Metter. Metter tries to get a layup up and in, and it's good defense there by Kaylee Mitchell.
And that's going to be a charge for the new entrance to the game, Kiara Glenn. And I really like what Coach Phillips is doing with her lineup right now. Kiara used to start, and now she's kind of switched it up. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. DeRoe and Glenn, very interchangeable. We've seen Coach Phillips even run lineups with them together, which is very scary for another team, especially defensively. But Kiara Glenn coming in, kind of with some of the substitutions, she provides experience.
Here's Rich, floater, no good, but a foul. She's going to go to the line here for 2 shots.
Glenn just provides that extra veteran experience when the more youthful part of the team comes in off of the bench, and it gives her a chance to really be the floor general, and she shoots so well she can feel free to score and do her thing. And what a smart move by Coach Phillips to see that.
We saw on Thursday, you mentioned Glenn and Duro on the court at the same time. Thursday, Lexi Rich was really the workhorse through 3.5 quarters and was really tired going into that fourth. And we saw Duro and Glenn really close the game out. And were able to run up and down the court and run the Lady Tigers almost out of the gym as they closed that game away.
Yeah, and wow, I mean, the speed that both of those young ladies bring to the court at the same time, it is scary defensively.
Off the Langston turnover, here come the Lady Lions. They get it past half court and break that full court trap. And still some good defense. And we get another whistle. And the Lady Lions, or SAGU I should say, should be going to the line here for 2 shots, and it looks like they're going to be in the bonus.
Nice foul number 10, Kyla Stembridge.
That is Kyla Stembridge, who wears number 10. They ring her up for the foul, the freshman from Tucson. Glenn hits the first, second one comes up short, but Casher almost comes down with the rebound, but she ends up losing it.
It's a rare miss for Kiara Glenn from the free throw line. She shoots basically 79%.
And a foul now here. It's going to go against SAGU, Lauren Baker.
Second foul,
Run up for her first foul of the game. To the line for 2 shots is Jalen Lawson. Hits the first. The lefty hits the first. Lawson's first point of the afternoon. Goes 2 of 2 from the line there, cutting the lead back down to 2, 11-9 in favor of SAGU.
Langston Lions not a great free throw shooting team. They come in shooting 61% as a team.
There's Lexi. I'm going to get Kiara Glenn on a travel.
We're going to get her. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but she shuffles her feet before the ball hits the ground. Again, you see some referees just kind of let that go because she is definitely into her move to dribble. But by the letter of the law, that is a travel.
A left-handed floater, no good from Vickers. And here comes SAGU up ahead, trying to get some fast break points. Glenn, tough opportunity, but Casher was able to tip it to Green, but Philly Green loses it. Now up ahead, here's Langston.
And they had a case there there was a lot of contact, knocked her on the floor. She had a case to make for a foul.
Another offensive foul here against Langston.
Offensive foul,
Langston going to a 1-1-2-1 pressing style defense. This is a full court defense.
Kaylee Mitchell gets called for the foul on the offensive side of the ball. SAGU able to get past that full court defense.
That should be fairly easy to break.
Baker finds Rich. Rich goes up and gets it. Looks like a receiver going over a defensive back. They got 5 to shoot. They got to get something off here. Here's Casher. Goes to the basket. And the foul gets the bucket. Alexis Casher. It took a second for the official to call it. Looks like he was thinking about it, but Alexis Casher, late in the shot clock, goes through contact off glass. And she's going to the line for a potential 3-point play.
Offensive foul number 15, Lacey Livingston.
Casher's free throw is short. Lexi Rich fighting for the rebound. Philly Green tipped it for a second, but Langston ultimately comes away with it. Stolen away by Baker. Baker up ahead. Goes up to speed. Cannot get the layup. Had a good opportunity at it, but here comes Langston now on the fast break. Baker's looking for a teammate. It finds nobody. It's going to stay with Langston. This was tipped out of bounds by SAGU.
It's a very up-paced game for what we're used to seeing compared to what we're used to seeing in the last couple of games. Been a lot more breakdown into the half-court offensive setup, but both of these teams are very athletic and they like to run. And we're seeing it tonight.
Second chance opportunity, no good. They get another shot at it, and it's going to be a foul. Going to the line for 2 shots is going to be Alexia Levinston.
Second foul number 21, Philly Green.
That foul went against Philly Green. We saw her get in foul trouble the last time out against Central Christian. Gets her first foul late here in the first quarter.
Leviston, a junior from Madisonville, Texas, transferring from Hill College.
She goes 1 of 2 from the line that time. Bringing the lead back to 3 for the Lady Lions. Baker trying to get it to somebody, Metter. 6 to shoot. Lexi Rich has it. She goes right, goes back left, tries to get it to Baker. And that's going to be a turnover. The Lady Lions, the Langston Lady Lions up ahead. Stop and pop off the glass. Good shot there by Trinity Wisby.
Yeah, great concentration through that shot. A little bit of contact, not on the body, but kind of just inadvertent contact through the ball. She kept her cool and made a great shot.
Lexi Rich pulls up a 3, and it's good. Her first real opportunity at a 3-point shot, and she nails it. Long pass up ahead, and then a whistle. This one's going to go against Philly Green. That's her second foul here in about a minute and a half.
Second foul number 21.
Keep an eye out on that.
Her second foul.
For sure.
SAGU's premier interior defender could be in foul trouble here. And a whistle as Lexi Rich has got to tie her shoe. Shot her shoes untied on that last shot.
And Philly Green did a good job covering up and denying the entry pass from the inbounds play. But that cover-up created a lot of body contact. She needs to get out of this quarter without another foul. 2 fouls running a little too close in the first quarter, and will tie Coach Phillips' hands just a little bit if she gets that third foul in this first half. And there you go. And you see Coach Phillips just not going to take the chance. No one can blame her.
She's going small here to end the first quarter.
I would rather say quick.
Quick.
Going quick.
Yeah, we like that.
This is a very fast team with Baker, DeRoe, and Kiara Glenn. Wow.
0 for 2 from the free throw line that time, but Vickers comes down with the offensive rebound, so Langston has a second chance here to get a bucket. They go back down to Levinston. Up off the glass. Tough shot there over DeRoe, but she's able to hit.
That was a great body down into the paint, create some space on the smaller DeRoe. Very smart play by Levinston.
Metter almost loses it, and it goes out of bounds, but off Langston, so SAGU's going to keep possession. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Metter going to line up a 3. That is good. Sydney Metter for 3, making this a 5-point lead for the SAGU Lady Lions, 19-14.
Metter reminds me of a young guy that I played with in college named Craig Rivers. We always said, he's never met a shot he wasn't absolutely in love with.
Up and in, and the foul, Ashika Alexander. There we see.
Tough.
We see why she's so good. Actually, it's going to go to
that's
Talia Edwards,
Yep.
rather.
That was a tough play. Great strength by Edwards.
3-point play opportunity here for Langston. Free throws up, no good, off back glass. Nobody reacted. Fell right in the hands of Lexi Rich.
They forgot that it went in and it counted.
Here's Duro, look at the speed. Gets it to Baker. Glenn drives, loses it, gets it to Duro. Duro's going to line up a three, no good.
I think maybe a little hand got on the ball. That looked like a good shot by Duro.
5 seconds left. Langston's got to get a shot off. They do. It does not fall, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. 19-16, tightly contested, but SAGU with a 3-point lead here to start this game.
And I think Coach Powell for the Langston Lions is breathing a sigh of relief as her team comes in only down 3 points as many turnovers and poorly. They didn't shoot poorly, but she knows they could shoot a little bit better. So coming out with just great defense provided and kept this thing in reach for sure. So just really one score away from a tie ball game. I am sure Coach Powell is delighted about that.
Well, there you see, we are not the only game in the Sooner Athletic Conference this afternoon. Oklahoma City, the number 2 team in the nation, leading MACU, the Lady Evangels, 25-21 in other Sooner Athletic Conference play.
That's a big game because that's number 1 in the conference against number 3 in the conference. MACU, not accustomed to losing either. They're 7-2 and 14-4 on the season. So they've had a really, really good season themselves. That should play out to be a fantastic matchup.
Wayland Baptist looks like they have a non-conference game against Bacone, leading 29-12, and you see USAO and Southwestern Christian 19-7 in the second quarter. And then at the lower left-hand part of your screen, we see OPSU. It looks like they may be playing, hard to tell, maybe playing John Brown, I'm not sure. But they are also in action this afternoon. And we are back underway here in Waxahachie, 19-16, as we are off with quarter number 2. Mid-range jumper, no good, but a foul is going to go against Lexi Rich, and she cannot believe it. Her hands still in the air. Get a good look at it here. And no contact on that shot. I'm not sure where the foul came from. But Jalen Lawson's going to go to the line here for 2. That is Lexi Rich's second foul. And Lawson misses the first of 2.
You were right. Oklahoma Panhandle State is playing John Brown of Arkansas. And Wayland Baptist, Bacone. You saw the Oklahoma City and MACU matchup. And Southwestern Christian and University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma.
19-17 as Lawson goes 1 of 2 from the line that trip. Duro finds Metter, a long 2 on the way, no good.
That looked good.
I think she felt like it was good, just a little too strong. Langston up
I love that Metter did not leave and coast backwards. She actually followed up the shot, almost got the rebound.
Floater good by Jalen Lawson, and that ties the game back up 19 apiece here early in this second quarter, less than a minute gone. SAGU tries to work around this tough defense. Whoa, wow. Tough layup by Kiara Glenn. Somehow gets it to fall.
Fantastic, and showing her strength. And not that she just has speed, but she is one of the strongest players on Coach Phillips' squad. And she's constantly working out and making her body strong, and it paid off there. Great move.
Timeout for Coach Powell and Langston here early in this second quarter. Looks like they're going to go with a 30-second timeout. SAGU back up to 21-19 after the nice little layup by Kiara Glenn. There you see the early game, Texas Wesleyan, the Lady Rams, leading Central Christian, who we saw Thursday night, 53-36. That one is under 4 to play in the fourth quarter. That one should be wrapping up, and we'll get a score update for you as that game comes to a close.
Texas Wesleyan having maybe a little bit better season than they thought they were. They had a tough season last year and definitely improving on that now. And so far, with a strong 6-3 conference record, to today. It looks like they're going to go 7-3. I know that Ram Sports Nation is delighted.
Of course, Texas Wesleyan right in our backyard, up the road just a little bit in Fort Worth.
That's the 287, Highway 287 rival.
Good defense. Lexi Rich gets a block from behind. Loose ball chased down by Langston. They've got 15 to shoot. Floater, no good.
Wow. Yet another offensive rebound.
Offensive rebound, but it looked like she came down out of bounds, and it's going to be SAGU ball. You get a good look at it here.
And you can see you can see the difference that Philly Green makes down low. Really, Casher being the only one just with the strength and being aggressive enough to get rebounds, and it's created a little bit of a vulnerability for the Lady Lions of SAGU on the offensive. So you're seeing a lot more offensive second chance, third chance putbacks. And if Langston can convert those, like we said a little earlier, it's going to be a good day for them.
Thoreau kicks it out to Metter. Metter forgoes a three, goes through contact, but Casher comes down with a rebound. Lexi Rich up and in. Second chance opportunity for the Lions, and they cash in.
By Casher.
By Casher.
Casher's just saving the day.
They go down low.
And that's yeah.
That's going to be Lexi Rich's third foul.
No, that's going to go on Metter.
Oh, it went on Metter.
Now watch, her hand goes forward just like that.
Yep.
And as quick as that was, that's quick enough for the referee to call a foul. And as soon as you bend that arm, move it forward at all and make contact, 90% of the time that ref is going to blow his whistle.
Just Metter's first foul of the game as Edwards hits the first free throw. Second free throw on the way is good. Edwards with 6 points here in the first half for Langston. 2-point lead now for SAGU, 23-21. Well, long pass finds Metter. Metter gets to the Lexi jab step. She drives to the basket. Left-handed layup. No good. Rebound by Glenn, but a whistle.
Oh, I think they're going to say
a push on Casher.
On Casher. Wow. Interesting.
Not sure I saw much action to warrant that call on the offensive rebound.
Great move by Lexi Rich there. Just comes up a little bit short on with the left hand.
Huh.
And that's a free ball, so I think every player has their right to try to establish position.
Turnover. Here comes the Lady Lions. Philly Green,
feed.
what a pass by Glenn, but she could not get the bucket. Did Philly Green. Look at this pass.
That might have been a little bit of a makeup call there.
Jalen Lawson gets rung up for a foul, so SAGU will keep possession. Still up 2, 23-21. As Glenn inbounds it to Green. And here's Lexi. Goes down low to Green. Leaves it for Metter. Good pass by Philly Green. Gets the offensive rebound, though. Back out to Lexi Rich. Rich, mid-range jumper is good. Lexi Rich with her 11th point of the afternoon. Foregoes the three, steps in and hits that mid-range jumper. Mid-range jump shot now for Langston, no good. Offensive rebound by Edwards, and she gets fouled, going back up with it.
Second foul, number 20, Lexi Rich. Her third foul.
Yet another offensive rebound for Langston. (25-21) 4-point lead here for the Lady Lions. Alexis Casher checks back into the game, and Lexi Rich checks out for the first time with her 11 points. Gets a breather here almost halfway through the second quarter. Edwards' first free throw strong off the back iron, no good. Edwards' second free throw, that one is good. 7 points for Talia Edwards. SAGU looks to break this full court press, and they end up turning it over. Up ahead, here's Langston. Offensive foul. Good job by Kiera Glenn off the turnover. Played good defense.
And you'll see, well, you don't get to see the turnover there, but this is great defense by Kiera Glenn. That quickness and speed just came in handy there. But they got to maintain great spacing trying to break this press. And that was good spacing there, just a little slide of the foot by DeRoe. And Baker comes in for DeRoe. But that's one of those things that when you're trying to break the press, you've got to maintain good spacing, see the lanes, run the alleys, create your own opportunity to be open.
3 ball on the way for Langston. That one no good. Baker has the long rebound. Some contact, and Philly Green cannot bring it back in. Layup for Edwards is good, and that is going to cut the lead to 1, and Coach Phillips wants a minute to talk about it as SAGU.
It's a good timeout. They do need to discuss it a little bit, and you could tell Coach Phillips is upset with the lack of attention to detail. No one's running the floor and taking care of the ball correctly, fundamentally. And so she's going to get that straight right now. And you can see Coach Elaine Powell for Langston just delighted to see her strategic move to go to this full court press is paying off. And that was the 3rd trip in a row that this full court press has created a turnover.
SAGU looks to try to break it again, and they leave everybody back for the inbounds pass. Here's Baker. They lose it again, and Langston gets another stop up ahead. Here's Baker through contact. Nope, it's going to be a travel called on Alexander Baker.
And they, the Lions, or SAGU, Lady Lions, was about to break that press, and they were doing a good job keeping their spacing. And Kiera Glenn just lost the ball right in her hand.
And they get trapped on the sideline, out of bounds off SAGU. So there you have it, 5 turnovers in a row for Langston.
Wow. And
they have really, really turned up the defensive intensity.
Yeah. Great defense by Langston.
25-24, the lead for SAGU.
Oh, that's going to be a travel.
Ashika Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander, she saw she had it. I'm not sure why she second-guessed this. You'll see, yep. I think she was actually going into pass, and then the man left her.
Glenn gets it to Baker. Baker gets cut off. And there's a 10-second violation. Another turnover. If I'm doing my math right, if I can count, that's 6 straight.
That is 6 straight. Fantastic defense. And now Coach Powell's got to be scratching her head going, wow, if we could convert these, we would have a good, significant lead.
Taking away 6 offensive opportunities for SAGU. Alexander kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. No good. Too strong. Philly Green comes down with the board. DeRoe gets cut off. Goes out to Green. Metter drives baseline. She goes out of bounds. She's asking for a foul, as there was some contact there on the baseline.
Yeah, but that's good defense. The defensive player was not initiating the contact, and that's why the referee is not going to blow the whistle on that. And that's just fundamental. That's an offensive slip-up, because the baseline is going to be another defender.
Well, it's another turnover as well. SAGU gets the ball down
7
here
straight
to set up some offense, and they end up turning the ball over down on the baseline. So
it was good. I was about to comment on the fact that DeRoe gets the ball over the half-court line, and that was just success in itself, because they haven't been really able to do that. and quite a few trips.
Metter for three. That one's way off. Philly Green chases it down and saves it for SAGU. Glenn kicks it out to Duro. Duro with a wide open three. That's good. Tamara Duro.
Huge.
SAGU
three.
needed a bucket, and they get one.
And Duro has improved her three-point shooting significantly. She's become one of those that you can count on. When she's open, she takes her time. The shot looks great. It's leaving her hand with great rotation. Kudos.
28-24 now for the Lions. Duro stops, mid-range jumper. That was no good. Philly Green cannot come down with it. It looks like it did get
It should
tipped,
have,
and it will stay.
Yeah, that should have been SAGU's
It
ball.
definitely
It is.
got tipped.
And the back ref saw it getting tipped.
SAGU ball. And they almost turn it over off the inbounds. Fortunately for the Lady Lions, it's just knocked away out of bounds.
Some fantastic defense by the orange and black.
Duro gets it. There's Tamara Duro. Glenn drives, finds a wide open layup, and she gets it. There you see the speed. Gets around the couple of defenders.
Yeah.
And
And she
creates a
just got to
shot.
be confident in that. She can get that done almost every time. Right now, looks like the team on a whole just running a little low on confidence. Philly Green very fortunate that the referee pocketed that whistle.
Three ball on the way, no good, off the hands of Alexander.
And then off the hands of Bema Casher.
Cannot get the rebound cleanly. Looks like she kind of got crossed up with Philly Green, and it goes out of bounds. Stays here for Langston. 20 seconds to shoot. Oh, good move by Alexander. Fakes the pass and gets the defense to bite and finds herself a wide open layup. Ashika Alexander gets her first bucket of the game. Approaching 3 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. A whistle and a foul going against Langston.
And this just in score alert. This has been a big weekend for SAGU baseball. They're kicking off their season this weekend against Randall University in from Oklahoma. And they won the first of the doubleheader 7-6. Congratulations to the Lions baseball.
Duro for three again. It's good. Tamara Duro hits 2 threes in a row here for the SAGU Lady Lions. It makes it a 33-26 lead, the biggest of the afternoon for SAGU. Langston answers back with a three of their own off the hands of Grace Williams. Gotta like that. Langston has not shot the ball well from three-point land. And to answer back on a big shot by SAGU with one of their own, it's gotta feel good. Glenn drives, cannot convert it, rattles around, but Metter gets the offensive board, tries to find Glenn, had a good pass, which is knocked away by Alexander. Up ahead, loses control of it. Philly Green comes up with the loose ball. SAGU now coming up on 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Here's Duro with 8 points so far in this one. Goes to the left, kicks it back out. Metter fakes, mid-range jumper, good. Sydney Metter foregoes the three. Steps in and takes a mid-range jumper and knocks it down. 35-29 lead now for SAGU. And here we see SAGU turning up the defensive intensity a little bit. And they get a turnover, saves it to Metter. Metter up ahead, Duro chases it down. Duro, mid-range jumper, in and out. Casher with the rebound, puts it back up, cannot get it to fall. It's kind of a wild shot there on the putback. Long three from Alexander, no good, and then a long rebound for Philly Green. And SAGU slows it down a little bit here after a couple of wild possessions.
Yeah, good call there. And actually, they got good looks on those fast breaks. Just didn't convert, but Langston has not converted more, if that makes any sense. I think Coach Powell is kind of beside herself right now because knowing how many turnovers they have created, and they should be up in this ball game. And just the great defense has done its job, but the offense has come up way short.
6-point lead for SAGU, 35-29, under a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Kiera Glenn takes a quick three, no good. I say quick three because the shot clock was running out. There wasn't a shot clock violation, but the whistle did blow.
The horn sounded.
Horn sounded, and the official blew the whistle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there because both clocks were ticking correctly.
Errant whistle, I want to say, from the official, because not even close to being a shot clock violation. Hit the rim. I'm not sure what happened there. 30 seconds left to play in the second quarter. SAGU holding on to a 6-point lead, and a turnover here by Langston. SAGU's got it now. Shot clock is turned off. Kiera Glenn lines up a three. It's good. Kiera Glenn pushes the lead back out to 9. And SAGU.
Just the great patience, heads-up play by DeRoe to create the steal, knock it away, get it back, then recognize that Kiera Glenn ran her lane perfectly, had plenty of space for that three to shoot. That was really good. They haven't changed the scoreboard score
They were
yet.
discussing whether or not it was an actual 3-point shot, and it was.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even close. They did confirm. They threw their hands up. They did confirm. Here you're going to get a look at it.
I think the yellow line fooled the ref, and maybe so if you see on the court, there are actually 3 lines, 2 distinct lines, one purple and one yellow. The purple line is what the women's play from. And then now there's a little more discussion about what's going to happen with the inbounds, I think. Where should they inbound it?
Should be inbound on the end line.
Well, now I don't have any idea what's going on here.
Well,
we're trying to get an indicator.
Free throws coming. I think it was a technical foul assessed to, I think, Coach Phillips.
How?
I'm not sure. I did not see what went on or what warranted a technical foul, but either way, Langston has 2 free throws here, and they're going to get possession of the ball. Only hits 1 of 2 does Grace Williams. And Langston will get the ball at half court now. I really didn't.
Well, and here's the other thing. I didn't see anything get reported to the table. They had a discussion. The referees had a discussion, but there was no. I was watching the table. I didn't see any report.
5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Langston launches a three, no good, and that's going to do it for the first half of action. SAGU leading 38-30 after 1 half of play. And we saw some good defense by Langston about midway into that second quarter, and then SAGU turns it up.
Yeah, the great shooting by DeRoe and Kiera Glenn. And actually, Sydney Metter had some strong contribution there, too. Even though their confidence could have been shaken with 7 straight turnovers, they got it turned around mentally and made a great run and created some great scoring opportunities.
Riker Russell is with Coach Eric Wood. Riker, down to you.
Thanks, Adam. Coach, Lexi Rich had to check out midway through the second quarter with 3 fouls. How do you feel the team played in her absence?
I thought we played well. We had a slight moment there where we had trouble handling the pressure when she came out. So we got to do better at that, drawing 2 and then looking for our passes and passing with 1 girl on us. But I thought we did well.
It's been a close first half, so what's the one thing that you need to change to extend the lead and come away with the win today?
Just know that they're going to come pressure us for sure in the second half. Change some stuff up as far as, attacking the pressure, and then just hit shots and stay composed.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck today. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Coach Wood. Don't go anywhere. The SAGU Lady Lions leading 38-30. Half number 2 of Game 1 of our doubleheader coming your way right here on the SAGU Sports Network.
In the recruiting process, we went to a lot of NCAA, D1, D2, D1 AA, FCS, FBS, just all of them. And it's quite a process. And what we like about the NAIA is that's what they're focusing on, is the student athlete and their character and their future, and it's about them.
Leadership is influence, and there are those who are going to be gifted at it, that God's given them that gift and in that role, and so it's very important that they know how to lead according to the leading of the Spirit.
You may sense a gifting from God to leadership within the church or wherever, the marketplace, but still it would be a good thing for you to receive academic training in that.
The MOL is all about that. It's about helping people discover their giftedness, have a sense of purpose and mission.
It's a 12-course, 36-hour degree concerning organizational leadership.
I do some work as a consultant for the Texas Police Chiefs Association, and I run a leadership academy for them. But I didn't have the credentials other than self-study.
Meets the need for those who are leading ministries or churches.
There's people in there who aren't pastors, who are business people, who are in all kinds of education fields and law. We've had lawyers, we've had military people.
From school teachers to administrators to pastors, associate pastors, leaders of nonprofits, leaders of for-profits. With digital efficiency.
Professors were phenomenal. The way they lay out the course, the way they create safety in that room for you to be who you really are. That's what's important. Leaders need to be authentic. They taught us how to be compassionate, how to be vulnerable, how to be transparent.
But we recognize that there are people on the field who may not be professors, but they've got something to say. So we have two different kind of MOL programs. We have that it can be totally online, or we have what we call an executive MOL, where we bring in a practitioner.
Learn how to manage people from your heart, not just from your head.
And for 3 days, they have an opportunity to hear the passion, the heartbeat of an energized leader. They have an opportunity to rub shoulders with and hear from someone who is doing it from the field.
When I came on campus, it was like a retreat to me. It was refreshing. It was to sit in that room with other practitioners, and we're talking God the entire time. Talking leadership and we're talking God.
Some people go, are you a born leader or are you not a born leader? Well, I think there's some people who have giftings, that they have a gift like that, but everyone should be able to grow in it. And so you may be not so good, you can become good. And there's others that are gifted, but all of us need to grow and be able to influence for good.
Honey, have you applied to that school yet?
Not really into purple.
SAGU. Never say no to a lion.
I go back to J.C. Watt's definition of character that he was taught by his grandmother when he was a little boy. He said, character is doing the right thing when nobody's looking.
We felt the best way to change human behavior was not necessarily to always be on people's backs, but rather it was to catch them doing something right and to reinforce it.
we're looking for as students in the church leadership program and any of our vocational ministry programs is somebody who has a passion for Christ, a passion for people, somebody who has an element of seriousness, but they'll be transparent and be people of integrity.
I'm looking for students that are going to invest their lives in the life of a student that says, I know how tough adolescence can be.
This degree is tailor-made for that unique life, trying to help individuals really learn all that goes into the unique realities of church leadership.
What we've done is make this degree a great combination. They're able to pick and choose various ministry classes and really get a wide range, a well-rounded view of church life. It's like build your own degree if you feel the desire or the calling.
We're equipping students that if in 10 years they say, well, God's moving me out of youth ministry, out of children's ministry, well, they can become some other type of associate. They can go into pastoral ministry.
We're increasing the internship component that goes alongside this degree. And so, this gives a good potential. A student can be plugged into a single church for 3 semesters. They could be plugged into 3 different churches.
If it's children and family classes, then, for example, there's one called Creative Methods, ballooning, juggling, clowning, all of those kinds of things that we're going to cover. We also have a course called Issues in Childhood and Family Life. How do we do care for people who've gone through abuse and neglect and divorce and all the tough things that come in life, especially in the lives of kids?
I discovered that along with other things that I had been doing.
And in pastoral leadership, they're going to get courses such as ministerial ethics. They're going to get courses like pastoral leadership itself, but then they'll also pick up things like hermeneutics and systematic theology to go along with preaching courses and pastoral counseling courses.
They're going to be learning, some of the practices of ministry, certainly, how to communicate, how to lead a service, how to, develop ministry, but they're also going to learn a lot about dealing with people, things like how to help a church turn around one that's been struggling, or how to plant a new ministry.
Whenever I talk to freshmen, I say, don't think that you're purchasing a 4-year degree. Said you're investing in a lifelong relationship. Ministry can be a very lonely place, and our role is that they know they always have a friend at Southwestern.
Ministry is not necessarily the easiest thing they'll get into, but it's something that they commit themselves to, not because of it's a profession, but because it's a passion in their heart.
Jesus gave us a lot of indications of that, showing us that in his kingdom, leadership will operate differently than it does in the world around us. The sense of servant leadership, working with individuals who maybe at times are in deep distress, trauma, great need. So degrees in church leadership are there to help address that.
try to think of, how a kid will view me on the court. And what I want them to see, in my mind, is someone who has a ton of fun doing it, who does what's right and does his best every time he steps on the floor.
Where online makes really good sense is when you're kind of not the typical, I just graduated from high school and I want to have a college experience.
I chose distance education because I was busy. I mean, I knew that our lives were kind of all over the place, everything that we were doing, and I wanted something that was flexible.
My degree at SAGU allowed me to still be a mom and an educator and get my degree online. I was able to tuck my kids into bed and get everything that I needed to get done, and while laundry was going, I was studying.
If you have any questions, certainly give me a call and shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to help any way I can.
We have an asynchronous program, so videos are going, students are accessing the course on their own schedule, which is a convenience of online education. So the online provides the way to get the academic credit that you need to advance your career path, advance your learning and your skills.
Well, a lot of what we were doing with our resident assistants was preparing them to teach their halls. And then of course I'd have the opportunity to teach as well. So I was training, but then I was also teaching the whole dorm. And so I found that a lot of the tools that I was getting from my classes was really helping me to prepare my RAs and to prepare myself to minister to our students.
My master's degree in education at SAGU allowed me to have a bigger influence on more than just students, but also educators. With the door that this degree opened, I was able to take this position that really didn't exist before I graduated, and I was able to move into that.
In SAGU's philosophy, we want to connect students with a faculty member that is curating the content, and they are providing the content we feel is important for that particular course the way that is presented in SAGU's distinctive.
I loved the way that they would give you quality feedback. It's not just a grade, but I want to know what you think about my work.
My professor was fabulous, just was always there for me that entire semester, and I was able to graduate exactly when I expected to.
The fact is, there is no back row in an online classroom. You can't get in the back of the class. You're either online and engaged or you're not doing the work.
The number one thing is their passion for students. The customer service here, they're going to help you get across that finish line and do everything they can do to help you get there. This is a place where if you've already in your career, you know what you want to do, and you just need that extra skill set, you need that help to prepare you to be more successful. This is a very practical place to get your degree.
Tired of being passed over for that promotion? Well, did you know that getting your MBA can be a great way to supercharge your professional career? Those who graduate from a 2-year MBA program on average earn a starting salary of $90,000 through SAGU's.
Welcome back to the SAGU Sports Network here for between the Langston Lions and the SAGU Lions. There you see first half stats in addition to some live look-ins at other Student Athletic Conference women's basketball action underway. SAGU pulled out to an 8-point lead there with some good defense really to end the half, and a couple of big threes by Duro and Kiera Glenn.
Exactly. I was going to say even better offense, really. Quite a few points, 11 points scored within a very short amount of time there at the end.
And you had mentioned it. Langston had gotten a bunch of turnovers, but were not converting. And there you see that bottom line, points off turnovers. That's really, it tells the story of why SAGU's got that 8-point lead here going into the second half.
Right, and where SAGU actually capitalized was getting the points off turnovers. But and a lot of the Langston turnovers were unforced, although SAGU played some good defense. But Langston forced most of SAGU's. There was a stretch of 7 straight forced turnovers, and they only converted 1 bucket out of those 7. And you know that Coach Powell is not happy about that result.
SAGU will start the second half with possession, and we are underway. We'll see if they can keep up the good offense. One of the underrated numbers also, SAGU shooting 56% from 3. Looks like they run a play for Philly Green. Philly Green can't hit the layup. Lexi Rich, she's going to line up a 3. It's good. Lexi Rich has not found a ton of room to work today, but has made it count when she gets a little bit of breathing room.
And that is her 14th point of the night.
Philly Green, good defense, gets another block. Keeps those hands up in a travel. Philly Green coming out of the half, strong on the defensive end. And there we see why it's so important to keep her out of foul trouble. She is just a force to deal with down low defensively.
So they're going back to the pressure look, and it pays off. Alexander with a quick steal and a bucket off of a turnover.
There it is. She jumped the pass, looking like Stephon Gilmore. Again, here we go. Up ahead, layup, no offensive foul.
It's going to be interesting to see, and where she was, plenty of room. Wow, the quickness of DeRoe just getting back and staying above the restricted area.
30-second timeout.
Coach Phillips calls a timeout after, again, the Lady Lions are struggling to break this full court defense. They've thrown 2 passes right at defenders, and they break on the ball and get themselves pretty good-looking opportunities at fast break points. Fortunately for SAGU, the second one resulted in an offensive foul, so they are going to get the ball back here. But regardless, they got to figure out a way to consistently break this full court trap that Langston has thrown at them.
Well, Langston knows how to play this, and it's disguised. It's a little bit of a different way to run and approach a full court press, because it's something that they line up in as a 1-1-2-1, which is not run that much. Usually you put 2 up front, or you run a 1-3-1 and really cover the width of the court.
And they throw it away again. Up ahead, here's Alexander all by herself. Layup up and in. SAGU, 3 straight turnovers, and we saw this happen in that second quarter, but Langston could not convert. But now they're starting to get some points off the turnovers here. Lexi Rich tries to dribble out of it in a 10-second violation. 4 straight turnovers here for the SAGU offense. Langston playing stifling defense here to start the second half.
Yeah, and you could see Lexi just wanting her team to come and get the ball. DeRoe was actually just stopped in the far corner of the court.
3 ball on the way, no good. Long rebound for Metter. Well, she's out up ahead. And SAGU is able to get the ball past half court. Here's DeRoe. Cuts to the basket, floater, no good. Rebound brought in by Langston. She loses it for a second, but Alexander is able to find it. And up ahead is Langston now. Here's Alexander. 3 ball from Vickers, no good, off to the left. DeRoe with it. She's got Metter up ahead. Bounce pass. Metter behind the last line of defense. Converts. Good pass by DeRoe to get it to the cutting Metter, who hits the layup.
DeRoe waited just until the perfect time to release that pass, and it hit perfectly in stride to a slashing Metter.
Alexander floater rattles, hangs around the rim and goes off. Loose ball battled for, and it's out of bounds off Langston. That shot from Alexander, I think it went all the way around the rim without falling.
It did.
That's got to be frustrating.
And it's just a frustrating night. They can't get anything to convert, just still staying around that 28 to 30% mark in conversion percentage.
Kasher cannot hit the layup. Up ahead, here's Alexander. Stops and shoots a mid-range, no good. Metter with the rebound, and she gets hit by Alexander. It's going to be Alexander's third foul, and she picks it up here before the halfway mark in quarter number 3.
SAGU has done a great job on the defensive end with Alexander and has held her to just 6 points. It's going to be a travel.
Green tries to go up and under. It looks like she kind of caught the ball on her hip and then tripped up over her own feet, resulting in another turnover here for SAGU.
SAGU in a 2-3 zone.
Something we haven't really seen them do a whole bunch as of late.
It's a good cut, good bucket.
Second chance opportunity, rattles in and out and cannot fall. Metter up ahead, gets cut off, and she leaves it for Lexi. Lexi now gets cut off. Loose ball brought in by Langston. So yet another turnover for SAGU. Really sloppy play to open up this second half. Scoop layup, no good. Kasher with the rebound. Up ahead for Rich. Rich, hesitation, gets blocked, but a whistle. And she's going to go to the line here for 2 shots.
Yeah, that was a tough foul.
See that hesitation, creates some space, and she gets hit on the head as she goes up.
Edwards going to make her earn this one. She felt that one.
Lexi going to the line here for 2. Here is Lexi Rich's first free throw, up and good. Second free throw on the way from Rich is also good. 2 of 2 from the line that time for Lexi Rich. She's got 16 points. Good ball movement there by Langston, is able to find
Edwards
down low.
That was really easy. And I think they're thinking, why can't it be that easy every time?
And then they caught SAGU sleeping on the defensive side of the ball. Here's DeRoe. Splits the defenders, layup, up and in. Tamara DeRoe gives SAGU an 11-point lead. Almost halfway through this third quarter. Long pass to the corner. 3 ball on the way from Williams is good. Rattles around and falls. 47-39 lead here for SAGU now. 8-point differential.
Williams with 10 points.
Philly Green finds an open layup. I'm not sure she's used to getting that kind of bucket. Gets the ball around the 3-point line and just had a wide open lane to the basket.
And unbelievably, that is her first bucket of the night.
Missed floater by Williams. Cross-court pass to Rich. Rich steps into a 3. It's good. Lexi Rich hits the transition 3. And SAGU up 12, 52-39.
The mark of a great sniper. Just coming down, planting those feet, and immediately releasing.
I say stepping into a 3. There's not a whole lot of stepping. She gets the pass, plants, hits the 3 ball. Lexi Rich, perfect from 3.
Yeah, that's tough to do. That is all rhythm. And that was a good pass, really good pass by Metter. Put her in a good position.
Lexi Rich with 19 points continues the hot scoring streak that she has been on the last couple of games. And that is nice to see. The SAGU senior has had a couple of games where she struggled this season. So it's nice to see her break out of that funk with another good offensive performance. There you see a score update between Oklahoma City and MACU, 67-54. In other Sooner Athletic Conference action. 13-point lead for the dominant number 2 team in the nation.
And MacU still within a little bit of a striking distance, and if they could get on a roll and create some turnovers, that is unbelievably close when you think it's Oklahoma City, because they have average margin of win is 30 points.
That is shocking.
That is unbelievable.
Out of the timeout, SAGU with a 12-point lead, 52-39. On a couple of big threes by Lexi Rich. And really some good defense as well. Langston with 15 to shoot. Alexander's going to line up a long 2. No good. Rebound by Kasher. She's so tough. And it's going to go out of bounds. It was fought for, but planted out of bounds was Kaylee Mitchell. And it will be SAGU ball. Metter dribbles around the pressure. SAGU does do a better job of getting it past half court. Glenn, good move. Rebound brought in by Langston. Could not hit that short jumper. Mitchell. He's swinging around. 3-ball on the way. No good. Out of bounds, stays with Langston.
That was great ball movement by Langston, creating a fantastic open shot, just not converting.
Alexander Baker got a good look from 3. And Langston continues to shoot poorly from beyond the arc. Here's Williams with a corner 3. That one's way off. Rebound brought in for a second. Still a loose ball. Langston is able to, no, they can't chase it down. It goes out of bounds. And SAGU will take possession.
Well, as good a defense as they are playing, their offense is just that much worse this evening.
52-39 lead here for SAGU. Glenn leaves it for Green. Good pass to Metter. Metter layup no good. Rebound by Kyla Stembridge. And she brings it up ahead. Alexander, she's going to pull a 3. That one's no good. Green, tough rebound, tips it to Metter. Metter up ahead, gets cut off. Tries to throw up a layup, but it gets stripped away. SAGU will retain possession. Metter wanted a foul. It looks like that was all ball.
Yeah, that was good defense.
Inbounds down low to Metter. She comes up with it. Off balance throw. Kasher, or off balance shot rather. Kasher tries to get that offensive board, but it goes out of bounds. Metter trying to create some contact.
Yep. Metter works so hard for those second chance points, just to create a lane, an open alley for herself.
Another wild shot here for Langston. Rebound by Kasher. She's going to get nabbed on a travel here. She can't believe it.
Yeah. I don't think anybody in the gym can believe it.
Scratching our heads up here. We'll get a look at it here. She gets a clean rebound.
Kept her pivot foot.
So Langston will take back over here as they inbounds it. Good job by SAGU. Floater, no good from Vickers. Trying to go back down low to Alexander. Alexander is able to hit a tough shot over Kasher.
I think Langston needs to kind of bread and butter that a little more and put Alexander down on the block. See if they could get Philly Green into some foul trouble.
Glenn trying to go down low to Kasher, gets knocked away. Still a loose ball, but brought in by Kaylee Mitchell. And up ahead, here's Alexander. 8 points for Ashika Alexander, 6 in this quarter alone. Thought about a 3.
She needs to think about just taking this.
Foul. She's going to go to the line here for
Yep.
2 shots.
And that's what they really need to go. She is the go-to for this team. And she is only at 8 points for the game. And that's well below her average of 20. So she's going to need to get, involved more, whether that means swinging the ball around. And she's taking some good shots. She's not taking bad shots, but I think get her going a little more from the block, because she could be that great inside-outside player, and it's just not falling for her from distance right now. So if they could get her going down in the paint, and then maybe have something going a little bit later on from outside. It's that confidence that will get you there.
She is in double figures officially after that 2-for-2 trip from the line. SAGU up ahead. Here's Philly Green, and she's going to get called for a travel. So SAGU a couple of possessions in a row here.
Let's see. I don't know if we'll see it from this angle, but I didn't see it.
It remains a 9-point lead here for SAGU, 52-43. Little mini 4-0 run here for Langston. That ball goes out of bounds. Off Langston, it will be SAGU ball.
That's an unforced turnover. It's a good pass.
Baker leaves it for Philly Green. Up and in, easy layup. Great pass there by Lauren Baker to find Philly Green, who found her way past that last line of defense of this Langston full court press. SAGU, good defense again. Kasher gets it to Glenn. Glenn has some people up ahead. Here's Baker. Easy layup. Lauren Baker, and SAGU now has done a good job on the defensive end of the ball. And they have forced some turnovers for some easy shots, rather. And they're up 54-43. 3-ball on the way, no good. Baker, she has it now, gets it ripped from behind. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Ooh, good pass, but just could not be handled by Edwards. She's going to take a 2-pointer, long 2, no good. Edwards is able to find it down low and get an easy bucket. 56-45 now in favor of SAGU. Shot clock is turned off here at the end of the third quarter. Kasher backing down, layup, no good, in and out. Good move by Kasher down low. Gets a pretty good look at a scoop layup, but cannot convert. 5 seconds left here for Langston. Alexander stops off the glass, no good, and that will do it for the third quarter. SAGU up 56-45.
Good defense provided by the SAGU Lions, and just the same story for 3 quarters now for the Langston Lions is the ball's just not falling into the hoop. And until they get that corrected, their good, intense defense is not going to pay off for them. And, I just don't know how long they're going to be able to run such an intense defense like this without some of, that added fuel to the fire. You got to get scored. That defense is creating turnovers, but it's really a huge morale loss when you come down and you miss easy layups or you just don't convert. And they're getting plenty of attempts. I mean, so many second chance opportunities. They're doing great on the offensive boards. And I'm sure Coach Phillips is going to tell her team, hey, look, we got to clean that up a little bit. We got to get better defensive boards because they're getting way too many opportunities. And if they start converting, that's going to be a problem.
SAGU has won 3 of the first 4 quarters so far to start this game. They've been tightly contested, but it's really what's been able to allow them to build an 11-point lead here. We'll see if they can go a perfect 4 for 4 in terms of winning the quarter as they find themselves again with an 11-point lead, 56-45, as Langston will start the fourth quarter with the ball down double digits. They go to the middle. No good
Again,
on the runner.
Another second chance point.
Philly Green.
Or attempt.
3 ball on the way. That's no good. Another offensive rebound. Alexander gets blocked by Philly Green. Up ahead, here's Kiera Glenn. She goes to the basket. Layup, no good. Philly Green with the rebound. Loses it. Out of bounds. Langston will take over possession. I think she wanted a foul. No, it's going to stay SAGU ball. They lined up like it was going to be Langston ball, but SAGU will retain possession. Glenn looking for somebody. She's got to get rid of it. She finds Lexi Rich. Rich with a mid-range jumper. That one rattles around and falls. And when you're having a good night, stuff like that finds the bottom of the net.
I tell you, when you're a good shooter, though, the old adage, cliché-ly, is the shooter's roll or shooter's touch, and that's exactly what Lexi Rich has.
Talia Edwards finds an easy layup there. They answer back with a 2-point bucket of their own. There's Baker. Gets it to Lexi Rich. Here's Rich, goes between the legs. Wraparound pass for Baker. Mid-range shot, no good. Kasher with the rebound. She loses it. Out of bounds off the hands of Kasher. Had a chance at a second chance opportunity of her own there.
That was a great box out, and Kasher just has a nose for the ball and just can figure out what angle to box that opponent out on it, and somehow always comes up with it.
Philly Green gets called for a foul. That's going to be her third here. Not yet ready to call her in foul trouble quite yet, as we are about a minute and a half gone in the fourth quarter. Does have to be careful, though.
Yeah.
She could be big coming down this stretch if they do decide to go to Alexander down low. First free throw, no good from Edwards.
Looks like Coach Phillips is not going to chance it with an 11-point lead. Small little cushion. And going to give Philly Green, nope. That's actually Lauren Baker coming out. So she's going to still let Green test it. I think they need the height to kind of throw the ball over.
8.5 left to play in this ball game. DeRoe, she receives the pass from Lexi Rich to break that full court defense. Glenn, good pass to Rich. Rich, the runner, is good. Lexi Rich, 23 points now.
It's going to get a tripping call, but that's just where the feet get tangled up. The road doesn't create any contact, but we saw that call a little earlier kind of as well, so it's at least consistent by the referees.
12-point lead for SAGU, 60-48. Here in the fourth quarter. Ooh, almost tipped away by Glenn. 3 ball on the way. That is good. Ashika Alexander hits her first 3 of the ball game, gives herself 13 points. 60-51, they cut it to single digits. The pass looking for Philly Green is knocked away. A turnover here. Langston up ahead. Here's Alexander. Good move, hesitation, mid-range jumper, no good. Another offensive board. Edwards comes down with it this time. Off the knee of a Langston player, out of bounds. SAGU takes over possession.
And the hustle by Langston to just keep getting offensive rebounds.
Rich inbounds it to DeRoe. DeRoe trying to get past that last line of defense, rather. and it gets blocked. But DeRoe comes up with a steal. Mid-range turnaround
Wow.
is good. Tamara DeRoe, good defense, sneaky defense, turns into a good shot on offense.
That's just determination right there. And a little more experience. Maybe last year she may have committed the foul trying to do that. This year, just learning and understanding the game. She was patient in that defense, creating that turnover, and it paid off for her.
Here is Rich off the air ball by Langston. Going down low to DeRoe. Long pass to the corner.
Oh,
she
was on the line.
Yeah.
The heel was barely on the line.
John, we were talking pregame about that three-point corner, and you said you as a player never felt comfortable in a three-point in the corner because you don't really have any room to shuffle your feet at all.
It's hard to work it, especially at the next level up, because that line gets a lot closer. And I try to keep on the wing.
Big block by Philly Green. Gets it up ahead to Kiera Glenn. Metter drives baseline. Layup, no good. Looks like she was anticipating some contact, and it just wasn't there, and it affected the shot.
Such a great move by Metter.
Langston swings it around. 3-ball, no good. And the miscommunication between DeRoe and Green leads to another opportunity here for Langston. Here's another 3-ball. That one catches nothing. Air ball, SAGU ball, as Langston continues to shoot poorly from the 3-point line. But John, they keep insisting on taking these shots, and they just haven't been falling all afternoon.
Well, you've got to take the shot. I mean, you can't score if you don't take the shot. It's just not going their way.
62.
She was wide open. It wasn't a bad shot.
Well, here's Kiera Glenn for 3 off the front of the iron. DeRoe, offensive board, cannot hit the layup. She had a chance at it. Maybe just tried to pull the trigger a little too quickly. And then a foul on DeRoe, and she can't believe it. It's going to be her second foul.
Let's see. She catches up.
Wasn't a ton of contact there.
It really wasn't. She did initiate the contact, but it had no effect on the play. I think she just slid down more than anything.
And here comes Langston after the foul on DeRoe. 3-ball from Vickers. That is good. Victoria Vickers. Langston finally is able to get a 3 to fall.
Still hanging around, just is an 8-point lead. They're within striking distance, plenty of time. No reason to panic.
And SAGU does not. They are slowing the tempo down here a little bit as Kiera Glenn is dribbling it out to an extent. And it gets ripped away by Vickers. Vickers up ahead. DeRoe in pursuit. Vickers, wild shot, no whistle, but good follow by Grace Williams to get the offensive rebound and put it back up and cut the lead to 62-56. And a timeout by Coach Phillips. Full timeout.
Yeah, and I felt that was going to come either from Coach Phillips or Coach Powell. You really want to play this right if you're Coach Powell as well. So I think she's pretty thankful that Coach Phillips called that timeout, because her girls need a break. You could see they're a little winded. They've been playing just lights out defense, and now 2 straight turnovers, and they create the buckets off of those turnovers. And you see now they're progressively cutting into the lead, and just a 6-point lead. Really, anything can happen. Lots of time left. So Coach Phillips and her squad cannot get comfortable or feel comfortable. She doesn't want to take them out of the rhythm that they're used to playing in, because the Lady Lions, the SAGU Lions, have done really well in kind of that mid-up pace battle. Not the frenzy, but very controlled up-pace battle, I think goes to SAGU. So you don't want to slow the ball down so much that you take them out of that kind of rhythm.
Yep. Just over halfway gone here in the fourth quarter, and Langston has gone on an 11-6 run to start it, but Sydney Metter is able to get behind the defense.
And that was a huge, huge convert by Metter. Not only for her confidence, but puts them up 8. And it just reminds them they can score when they want.
Here's Vickers, corner 3. That one's no good. Lexi Rich with the rebound. Up ahead, Philly Green gets behind the defense. Layup, up and in. Philly Green taking the assist from Lexi Rich, and they push back out to a 10-point lead. Here out of the timeout, straightaway 3, no good. Edwards, good rebound, puts it back up with the left and converts the second chance opportunity. Back down to an 8-point lead. DeRoe cutting through the defense, gets blocked by Jalen Lawson. That's going to stay here for SAGU. You see DeRoe kind of weaving around the defense, but good recovery help by Lawson. He gets herself a block. As the inbounds pass was tipped away, and it will remain here with the SAGU Lady Lions. A long 5-second call, but regardless, it's going to be a Langston ball after the turnover. Here's Lawson. She slows it down a bit, and a foul is going to go against Kiara Glenn. That is her 4th foul of the afternoon.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Coach Phillips is going to stick with her, though.
Well, at least for there is only 3 minutes left.
3 ball is good
goodness.
by Ashika Alexander. Give her 16 on the night.
And that cuts it to 5.
Cuts it to 5. And another turnover here. Langston has another chance here. Long pass. They go down low to Edwards. Edwards up and in off the glass. And now it is a 3-point game. And the Lady Lions, SAGU turns it over again. It's a loose ball. DeRoe comes down with it. And then a foul here on the sideline. That's just the first foul here in the 4th quarter by Langston.
And this is where that pesky pressing defense is going to come into be a huge advantage for the Langston Lions. And if they could convert anything off of a turnover, it is just going to put them in a good position.
We've got a whistle, and it looks like it's going to go against Langston.
He's walking it over, so I don't think that is a foul. It could have been a shot clock issue. Yeah, there's no foul report.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was a shot clock issue with what we've been experiencing the last couple of nights.
Wow.
That one blocked. Metter drove to the basket.
Look at this, greatly played and using the offhand.
Edwards
just cleaning it up.
Yep. Coming up on 3 minutes left to play in this one. SAGU holding on to a 3-point lead.
And really, she can't, God, I'm just thinking through this. I'm trying to find out, is there a way that she can preserve? You've got 2 key players in the game that are in foul trouble, and you can't get Philly Green in a position to get another foul, or that is going to be really tough.
Metter throws up a shot, no good. Glenn gets the rebound, and she gets fouled on the putback. So she's going to go to the line here for 2 shots, and these are 2 very big free throws here coming by the way of the junior.
And she's already missed her 1 for the night.
Yep.
And so you could probably expect these 2 to fall. She's a great free throw shooter.
First on the way is good. Kiara Glenn, the junior from Ennis, Texas, pushes this lead back out to 4. Looking to make it 5 here with this second free throw on the way, and it's good. And then a timeout by Coach Phillips as she wants to talk some things over here. Under 3 to play in this one.
And that puts the SAGU Lions with only one timeout left, 3 minutes left to play. And Coach Powell, she's got 3 more timeouts to use, and I think Coach Phillips is planning on her using those. So good strategic move there to make sure her team understands what to do defensively, and just remind them that press is coming back out.
Rebound, big board by Green, but she throws it away. A jump ball. It will be SAGU's ball. So Philly Green comes down with a pretty big rebound after the miss there and then just throws it away. But fortunately for SAGU, they have the possession arrow. And the jump ball leaves possession with them. Long pass up ahead. Here's Glenn. She's going to run underneath it. Here Glenn slows down. I think that's a smart play.
That was an excellent play. Excellent recognition and patience by Lexi Rich to wait, and just even better play by Kiara Glenn.
Here's Rich. Goes to the corner for Baker. Baker, floater, no good. Rattles around the rim. Up ahead, here's Alexander. And Philly Green, that's her 4th foul now. You got to be careful. We're getting late in this game.
But so one more.
And it's the 5th foul of the quarter. So 2 shots here for.
And that's what I was saying earlier. It's just so risky to have. You've got 2 of your best players out there in foul trouble, and how do you play that? But man, that's so tricky as a coach. How are you going to navigate that? And now she's got one of them out. You just got to hope for the best, and just like that, a missed free throw will really work to your advantage. Coach Powell's over there thinking, are you kidding me?
She misses both, and Lexi Rich comes down with the rebound, but then throws it away. And here comes Langston. Alexander gives it up. 3 ball from Vickers, no good. Kasher fights with Edwards, but Edwards misses the second chance opportunity, and another chance at it, and Kasher comes down with the rebound. And that's the issue that we face with Philly Green out of the game with 4 fouls. A ton of offensive rebounds have been happening with number 21 on the bench.
It is. I haven't been keeping up steadily with the offensive rebounds, but Langston Lions will have more than 20 offensive rebounds just in this half.
That's sure what it feels like. Here's Baker. Baker gets tripped up. We do have a whistle, and that will go against Langston. Not quite in the bonus yet.
Well, I have marked down 4 possessions that Langston had that they had 3 or more offensive rebounds.
Metter finishes a tough layup. It looked like she might have gotten hit on the way up. No foul, but that's a big bucket to put this back out to 7 for SAGU. Williams leaves it for Lawson. They go down low to Edwards. Turnaround jumper off the glass, no good from Edwards. SAGU up ahead, 1.5 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Now with a 7-point lead, you try to eat this clock a little bit here on the offensive side, John.
Oh, absolutely. And that's great. See, you got the veteran senior.
And she finds her way to the basket, Lexi Rich.
And that's what you do.
And she gets she had a chance at a steal, but a timeout called by Coach Powell. They tried to inbound it quickly, but Coach Powell got the timeout off. There you see the layup by Lexi Rich. And she got a hand in there and got the steal, but they're going to say Powell got the timeout off before the attempted inbounds play.
Yeah. And I didn't see, I was watching the ball, so I didn't see what was happening on the other side of the court. But the refs did, so I heard the whistle go off, and it was just kind of a bang-bang type play. And that's a 9-point lead, and that's what you do. You put the ball into the hands of your go-to player, and you let her make that decision as to what to do, and the veteran just the savviness to be patient, control the ball, and make Langston guess at what you're going to do. And she can beat nearly anybody on the one-on-one, especially this late in the game. And she did, and therefore extended the lead.
It will be Langston ball coming out of the timeout here. 72-63 lead here for SAGU. Up 9 are the hometown Lady Lions.
Well, Langston's defense has really played well, created a lot of turnovers, but what they have not done well is actually score. And that's just been the story of the night for them.
Coming up on a minute left to play here in the fourth quarter. Shot no good, rebound chased down by Kasher. Kasher gets it to Lexi Rich. Now Rich up ahead. A foul here by Langston, and that will put them in the bonus. So Lexi Rich will be going to the line here for 2 shots, looking for points 26 and 27 of the afternoon. For the senior from San Antonio, Texas.
You can bank on these. She just don't miss free throws.
First is up, and it is no good. John.
Thanks, Lexi. See if I believe in you again.
First one no good. Second one on the way from Rich, and this one is good. Lexi, 26 now on the afternoon. But more importantly, a 10-point lead for the SAGU Lady Lions. Here with 45 seconds left to play, and that is a big bucket. Talia Edwards finishes through contact, and Kasher picks up the foul, and Edwards has a chance at a 3-point play here for Langston. That is Kasher's 3rd foul. Free throw is no good. Kasher comes down with the rebound. Lexi Rich tries to fire it up ahead, but she gets fouled while trying to do so. So now she will go back to the line here for 2 free throws, being in the bonus. Trying to push this lead back out to 10 is Lexi Rich, and she hits the first of 2. On the way, second free throw is good. Lexi Rich with 28 points now here in the afternoon. 10-point lead for SAGU. 3 ball on the way, no good. Kasher tips it around. Can't come down with it. She does have it. Loose ball still. Baker comes up with it, and then another foul here by Langston. So now Lauren Baker will be going to the line here for her shot at 2 free throws. And there you see Alexis Kasher just so tough on the boards. It does feel like it has been the story of today. Langston has just dominated the offensive boards, but a couple of big rebounds here down late in this ball game for SAGU has led to fouls and some foul shots here for SAGU to try to extend this lead. Misses the first, does Baker. Second on the way from Lauren Baker. That one is no good. Empty trip here for Langston. Or rather, empty trip for SAGU as Langston out of bounds off the foot of a SAGU defender. Under 30 seconds left to play. 75-65 is your score for the time being. Lawson drives. Tough runner up and in off the glass. No foul yet. Glenn dribbles around. And it looks like Langston is going to let SAGU dribble this one out. And that will do it. SAGU dribbles the clock out, and they will walk away with a 75-67 win. And that is just as tough as it gets in terms of wins for SAGU and the Lady Lions. Langston putting up an absolute fight and an absolute war here in Waxahachie.
Yeah, they did a great job. You know, this team is going to be scary when they find their offensive mojo. And if they can ever do that, that in itself will propel them to the top of the standings. I'm just telling you, that's just the one component. It's if they just pick up all those little 2 and 3 footers. If they can get those, they're going to beat teams handily. The defense is stifling.
Absolutely, and there you see the final game stats. A combined 50 turnovers between the two teams. But SAGU shooting the lights out from 3, 58% from the game is something you love to see.
And I could tell you that rebound figure is absolutely wrong. It should be flipped. There is no way. SAGU scored too much to get 51 rebounds. But Langston had they had 20 offensive rebounds just in the second half.
We are going to go live courtside to Riker Russell, who's with the SAGU Sports Network Player of the Game. And that is your favorite, Alexis Kasher. Riker, down to you.
Thanks, Adam. Alexis Kasher, you had 13 rebounds tonight, and your team had one of the highest scoring games. How would you describe your team's performance tonight?
We played good. We played together, so that's a good thing. So, yeah.
And also, Coach Phillips in pregame described you as one of the most selfless players. How would you describe Coach Phillips tonight?
I mean, she coached as Coach Phillips, so she did a good job tonight, as usual. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Great game tonight. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Alexis. And that's going to do it for the first game of our doubleheader here on the SAGU Sports Network. Coming up next is going to be the Langston men's basketball team taking on the SAGU men's basketball team. Don't go anywhere. Game number 2 of our doubleheader coming your way right here on the SAGU Sports Network.